U.S. Supreme Court refused to block a Texas abortion law which basically prevents women from having abortions past the 6-week mark, with absolutely no exceptions, even in cases of rape and incest. The court voted 5-4 against blocking the country's most radical abortion law, which will impact over 7 million women of childbearing years living in the biggest state in the country. Now, the reason why 6 weeks has been set as the benchmark is because that's when medical professionals can usually detect a fetal heartbeat. Unfortunately, it's also before most women know they're even pregnant. And according to the new law, private citizens can sue abortion providers for at least $10,000 to enforce the law, and those liable even include people who drive women to get abortions. It basically means that not only does the state have a say on women's bodies, now even private citizens have, including vindictive ex-boyfriends, abusive partners, and basically anyone, even total strangers. The decision goes against the famous 1973 Supreme Court ruling of Roe versus Wade, which gave U.S. women the right to an abortion until the fetus can survive outside the womb, which is normally between 22 to 24 weeks. Now, we can get into a whole discussion about the heartbeat thing at 6 weeks, which I have to say can be very misleading because what's being detected at that stage is a portion of the fetal tissue that will become a heart as soon as the embryo develops. We can also talk about how if men were the ones having babies, none of these conversations would even be taking place because no man would ever allow anyone to tell them what they can or cannot do with their bodies. And we can also talk about the big danger of women using abortions as a form of birth control because, let's face it, everybody knows that having an abortion is so much fun and it's way easier than actually taking birth control. And finally, we can pretend like this is a pro-life, pro-choice discussion, but you know what? I'm tired of all of that. Here is the bottom line. Women are not valued. It is that simple. If our society valued women, then none of this would be happening. You want to know why? Because women would be trusted to make good choices. Women would be provided with the tools and education that they need to make a good choice for themselves, and then whatever choice that is, it would be respected like adults. But sadly, women are seen in our society, even in 2021, as dimwits. Just a little step up from children who need much more than guidance. No, we need to be told, usually by a man who doesn't even have a uterus but is clearly smarter than us, what to do. Because we are so dumb, we can't possibly be trusted with any important decisions. And the thing is, it doesn't end there. You see, to say that a woman has to carry a pregnancy that she does not want, or is unable to carry, or was forced on her because there is a life to protect, is basically saying that the life of the person carrying the pregnancy is not important enough to protect. That women are not important enough to protect. It is basically saying that women's sole purpose is to have babies, that women are no more than vessels, and that our entire being is to serve the human race by reproducing whether we like it or not. And I am so sick of being politically correct about this. As someone who values life, who chose to have children, who hates violence and wishes we could all just live in peace and harmony, sing kumbaya and end all wars. If I have to choose between a fully grown woman who is more than capable of making educated decisions about her own health and future to a collection of cells who cannot survive outside the womb, then yes, I'm gonna choose the woman. And we need to stop being scared of saying that. These type of laws have nothing to do with protecting life. And you know how I know this? I know this because abortions continue to take place at roughly the same rate even when they are banned. Yet lawmakers continue to pass these laws. El Salvador, Poland, even other states in the US. Weird, right? Not weird. These laws are about controlling women. They are designed to confine women and girls to stereotypical gender roles. They abuse women's human rights and contribute to gender discrimination and inequality. They do not protect life. They keep women in their place under the pretense of protecting life, because I'll tell you something. Any person who doesn't have full control over what happens to their body is not free. And if as women we are not free, then we are not equal. The end.